Get on that beat, friends, and welcome to another session of your motivational medicine, your inspirational vitamin. We are in the month of May, and remember, this is Miracle Manifestation Month. Yes, I've been hearing about miracles that have been taking place already. And guess what? The month is not out yet. Don't give up. Don't give in. Whatever you're believing for, believe that this month will be the month that miracle, that expectation will manifest. Well, listen, for the month of May, we are talking about being. And this week, we're talking about being a listener. Yes, how many of us know of someone, or maybe even yourself, who does more talking than listening? Well, friends, in 2021 and beyond, we want to take the time to become better at being listeners versus talkers. So the book of Proverbs, verse 1 and 5 reminds us, a wise man will hear and increase in learning, and a man of understanding will acquire wise counsel. In order to do those things, one must listen, friends. Listen, we live in a world where everyone is on the move. It's the hustle and bustle of life. Pandemic, in a lot of people's minds, the pandemic is over. Life is back to where it used to be, or the norm. And, everybody has so much to say. But I want to ask this question. When was the last time you just sat and listened to silence? When was the last time you sat and listened to silence? More importantly, when was the last time you just sat to hear what God had to say to you? For those of us that are believers, when was the last time you just sat, and meditated or prayed and just kind of take in or try to listen for what God has to say? We have been given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And people say to, of course, listen twice as much than we speak. Friends, we've got to get on that beat and become better listeners. It's imperative that we listen. And listen with the intent to understand, not just to respond. Oftentimes, especially when it comes to feedback or constructive criticism, friends, for some reason, many of us, we become defensive, agitated with, offended by feedback or truth that may be revealed to us concerning ourselves, whether it be by way of our children, a family member, a friend, a supervisor, someone in our close circle, somebody we're in a relationship with. Oftentimes, we want to listen with the intent to respond. And sometimes we don't even give the person time to finish speaking before we respond, which definitely says, I'm not listening to you. I hear you, but I'm not listening to you. And hearing and listening are 2 different things. In order for us to be wise and to grow, because that's what we're trying to do in 2021, we're trying to do better at growing from the inside out. One of our greatest assets needs to be listening. We don't know it all. We don't have it all together. There's areas that we can improve upon. And if there's individuals who are willing to pull our coattails, including God, to help us to do better, then the best thing that we can do is listen. So, there are benefits to listening. And it would behoove us to become better listeners. Parents, we need to teach our children to listen. Not just do what we say, but to listen. Why is it important to listen? And so the next time we get together, I want to talk to you about the benefits and consequences of listening and not listening. There are benefits to listening, but then there are consequences for not listening. And a lot of us can go ahead and attest to, yeah, I wish I had listened back in my 20s, in my 30s, in my teens, 5 years ago. I should have listened to the advice of this person. Or when God told me this, I should have done. I could have avoided a whole lot of heartache, pain, trauma, etc. So friends, join me on the next time as we talk about those things. I hope that your week is off to a great start. I am your motivation, your inspiration, Miss CEO. If you don't do so already, follow me on Instagram at Get On That Beat, TikTok at Get On That Beat. Subscribe, like, share, listen to other YouTube videos such as this one on my channel, Miss CEO, MISSCEO. And if you have not downloaded my #1 hit single, Get On That Beat, please make sure you do so and hit repeat. Friends, I love you. God loves you. I pray that God helps all of us to become better listeners in 2021. Until the next time, take care. And as always, get on that beat. Bye, friends.